Hi, yes, I'm back again. Today we're going to talk about seatbelts. When you get in a new Uber or PCO driver car or taxi, the new cars, especially if they're electric, they come with sensors. And they don't just come with sensors for the front, they come with sensors for the rear. And that's basically, if there's a certain amount of pressure on there, it's telling the computer system in the car, you do not have your seatbelt on, and it will go bing, bing, bing. And that noise will get irritated. And then it will go on high pitch, and then it will just go bing, throughout the thing. So please put your seatbelts on. But what I do want to say, if you don't know how to put a seatbelt on, ask. That may sound like a ridiculous statement, but I'm telling you now, I've seen it all. I've seen people do this. I've seen someone do this. And sit there like this, thinking that's the seatbelt. I've seen someone take the seatbelt and try and wrap it around themselves and try and lock it back up here. Yeah, I've seen the old classic. They just do this and they lock the seatbelt down there and sit on it, thinking they're clever, thinking they're safe. But the problem is, yeah, for me as a driver, if you're sitting behind me, you don't wear your seatbelt, and somebody hits us, and keeping in mind, for every year I've been driving, somebody has hit me when I've been more or less stationary. And it hasn't been a major impact apart from one. And that can mean, if you're sitting behind me, you will fly forward, smash my face on here, and you'll probably break your legs and go through the windscreen. So that's why. But there is a new thing about these seat belts now. What do? They pull tight. So instead of, if I just put this on a minute, instead of when you're the old-fashioned system, so I pull forwards like that and it locks, what it actually does now, it pulls down at the base of the seatbelt and pulls up here and pins me to the back of the seat if the car thinks it's going to crash. Now this has happened on 2 occasions, and you do feel like you're on a fairground ride and you just boom, and it really locks you to the seat. It's a really good method. That being said, if you've got a child, when people get in the back and they've got a child, they like to put them on their lap. I always say don't put a seatbelt around a child if it's depending on their height, because if the seatbelt crushes that child, it's going to be a problem for you, and we don't want any problems. Now, legally, you should have a child seat or what have you and all those kind of things. But I understand sometimes people in a rush, they get caught off guard, they don't have those predicaments with them, and I don't carry that in my car. Well, not enough for some people. They come with their army of children. But anyway, that was my gripe on seatbelt.